Click on join the meeting.
Hello, neighbours.
Oh,
We are recording already. Hello, Elizabeth, neighbour.
I don't.
Maybe it's can you hear me, Janet?
Welcome, Susan and Charlie.
Hi. What's going on? Maybe I'll spin around.
Welcome, Marie
Oh.
and Dossie.
Somewhere
Boy,
here.
I would like to start. I would like someone to be co-host with me in case we go into breakout rooms and Sebastian, BCB, please go away. Who's willing to be co-host and coach me how to make you co-host? Host tools, is it? Anybody willing to be co-host?
What does that role require, Janet?
Yes. Where's my darling James when I need him? He's on another call. Okay, I will may not go into all right, we won't have that. Logistics team. The door is now closed for anybody else wanting to join. Oh, here's Lucas.
There's a lot of people who are wanting to join but don't have the passcode.
How do you know that?
I'm just seeing the messages come through. So I think it's from another channel.
Okay, that
The
doesn't make
village.
sense to me because the link always has the passcode.
This is Emily. I came in, the link did not automatically include the passcode. I just guessed that it might be the same as your other link, which you had posted where you had included your passcode. So I used that.
Okay, well, anybody else can look at can do the recording. So I'm propose we go for 60 minutes to start, and if the space is still really alive, we go to 90 minutes. Any resistance?
No, 0.
No.
Super. Thank you. Any other logistics?
I have one logistic. I'm in a here that slowly join the internet might be.
Your
So
internet.
can you hear me?
Yes, and you're breaking up, Lucas.
Okay.
What is your logistic?
Is it now? My logistic is that I'm in a space here that I share with Martin, and he will come back at some point in 50 minutes or so, and we'll be in the space here. Does anyone have resistance to that?
No, don't.
No.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
So welcome to the people who've just come, and anyone else, there will be a recording for this. Let's all take a few breaths, make sure you're centered, grounded, and bubbled. And I've already set up an archetypal space of healing and learning for all of us who join. Thank you. I want to read our intention statement for the land. The land, contexted in radical responsibility, is a place that grows people through a foundation of principle-based, feelings-focused, adult collaborative interactions and skill building, so that all beings are nourished, healed, and abundantly resourced to bring their gifts to the world. So I want to empower us as a village. And Marie, I thank you for highlighting, for bringing the gift and the opportunity that last weekend's interaction has offered me as one of the space holders of our land context. Thank you. And why I want to offer this space of catch the first hook before it gets this big. That's how the hook, can you see the hook there? Okay, so I've put it up above me. So catching the first hook before the hook gets that big is what I want to explore and research and actually have fun with you about. Marie, in particular, do you need anything before we research what happened last weekend for the empowerment and learning of all of us?
You're asking for what I need right now?
Is there anything you need?
Not at the moment, no.
Thank you. And I'm going to invite you all to draw, at some point in this time, draw an escalator. So will you make sure you've got some paper and something you can draw an escalator with? A staircase.
Thank you.
Okay, is everybody back? No, Irena. Okay. And again, take a few breaths so that you check you're centered, grounded, and bubbled, which is a key skill for staying in your adult ego state and for adult transactions and communication. I'm really grateful for my background in decades with transactional analysis because Eric Byrne was a psychiatrist and he drew ego states in such a way, parent, adult, child, 3 circles on top of each other, so that it was really easy to draw transactions, particularly in the psychiatric hospital he was a psychiatrist in. Because he said if we don't catch that first transaction, then that's when things start to go pear-shaped. So the first offer of a communication is called the stimulus. And what the recipient of the communication comes back with is the response. So stimulus, response. Any questions so far with that? Okay. In order to be in adult communication, it means there's no low drama. There's no parent and no child ego state. So Eric Byrne had 3 rules of communication, and the one that applies to this work talk is that the 3rd level is it's the ulterior level communication, which means there's one, I always love that I have props around the place. One level of communication seemingly is adult. So imagine if I said, Yossi, what's the time? That sounds like adult, right? Seeking information. But actually, I've got my phone in front of me and I could easily find out the time for myself. So the hidden level communication would be, please take care of me in some way. Please do something for me. So there's the seemingly adult communication and the hidden level message. And an ulterior level message, of which low drama is all communication, is determined at that hidden ulterior level message. Any questions so far?
Yeah,
Comment?
Janet, would this be described in the PM context as contamination, like child ego state contamination of an adult request or
Definitely.
transaction?
Definitely. Contamination is a transaction, comes from transaction analysis as well. So the adult ego state is contaminated with the parent and child. And for any of you that have been to a BCB, I draw the adult ego state as the heart, and then the parent and child interlock and fill up a lot of the adult ego state.
Hmm.
So yes, contamination, and so that I'll keep that to the side, but yes, Sebastian. Any other comments or communication, completion loops so that I know what I said is what you heard?
Yes, Janet. So the first thing that happens in a communication is known as the stimulus, and then that's the communication that first comes, and
Mm.
the second step is the response.
Yes.
And my understanding is that in that stimulus, that first communication, there can be either an adult level request, a parent level request, or a child level request. That's actually hidden. It can the child and parent request can be hidden under a seemingly adult request.
If it's that third level of communication, which is called the ulterior level,
Ah,
ulterior level communication.
okay.
So if this is you, can you see that this is a pink pen and this is black? So if I said to Melissa, would you like a shared dinner this evening? And you say,
Yes.
right. So I've sent the stimulus. She says, yes, communication's complete, except I would say, what are you bringing? And I'll tell you what I bring.
Yeah.
So two clean adult, there's no hidden message.
Mm.
If I was to say to Melissa, when are you going to cook dinner? Sounds like an adult, but what does my
Yes.
tongue tell you?
It would sound, I could take it as low drama. Why aren't you cooking dinner tonight?
Totally. That was my tone. It's like, so the hidden level message is often communicated at the tone or body language. Yeah. All right. Any other clarification?
What is ulterior? What is that? Can you just
Hidden.
hidden? Thank you.
You for these questions. It really helps bring the information I want in this space, Hannah.
Yeah. Thank
Janet,
you,
I have another question, which is, so when you say the third kind of communication, is that what you call the ulterior level message?
Okay. So the first level is complimentary.
Okay.
But we're not going there.
Not going there.
Second level is cross-transaction.
Okay.
And then that could be a whole other space.
Yes.
Third level, which is the kind of communication we're engaged in when we're in low drama, is called the ulterior level messages.
Great. That's helpful. Thank you.
The low drama. Yeah, good.
Sorry, Janet, I'm sitting here and I'm afraid that the session is not being recorded and I can't focus.
Oh, well, I pushed record.
Is it recorded? Okay, thank you for the clarity. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you being guardian of that because that was the deal. Thank you, Yossi. Okay, so Marie, are you open to draw your staircase? And at the top of your staircase, number 10 steps. Yeah, draw 10 steps. Tell us when you finish, and you can draw your own one because you'll be able to put your own examples on your staircase soon. Okay. So at number 10 step, Marie, will you write called the ambulance and ended up at the emergency room?
Was that the top or the bottom step?
That's for Marie that's the escalation. It's the top step.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And sometimes that might be the time you become conscious is when things have escalated to such a degree, it ends up, in this case, at the hospital. Okay. Marie, what do you know about what was the first transaction, step 1, that was the beginning of you going up your staircase?
It was right from the beginning when I woke up on the land, and I already was feeling my nervous system was on guard. Like I was really on guard.
What emotion would that have been?
Yeah,
Okay, so you already woke up with fear. Thank you.
I woke up with fear. Yeah,
Okay, and did you do anything about that? What did you do about the fear? Your fear?
I um
How did you rely on your team?
I didn't rely on my team.
Thank you. Thank you. So you were woke up with fear and didn't rely on your team, and there was lots of us here. Thank you.
Yes.
What's the next step you remember going up?
I told Melissa about my sleep and how bad it was because there was lots of snoring going on in the night. And and then I said it in front of the people who were snoring that night. And then I started to overthink that I had been rude and
You thought you'd been rude.
yeah, I thought I was being rude and to the people, the guests who were sleeping in the room, in the same room as me.
Marie, thank
Even
you.
though,
Thank you. So on step number 3, right, you told yourself I'm being rude.
yeah,
So step 1, you woke up feeling fear, but didn't complete that communication by getting the support you needed. And then you escalate to step 2. And you told Melissa about your sleep. And then in step 3, you told yourself you're being rude. Are you feeling anything right now, Marie?
yeah,
What
yeah,
are you feeling?
mm,
Mad,
um,
scared, or glad?
there's a bit of gladness that I can talk about this right now with
Yeah.
you. And then there's also fear as well because it's quite intimate.
It's really revealing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Will you keep as much eye contact with one of us as you can in this process? If you're appreciating Marie revealing her steps really clearly, will you show her, please? Marie. Marie, how many fingers can you see?
Many.
This is such a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And what do you remember as the 4th step?
Yeah. And then I decided to Melissa told me to just hang out at the top of the hill with the woman up there, which were you and Sally and Katie.
Okay, so will you put that as, we'll have to put 4.5, 4.5 step. Melissa told me to. Did you want to come up the top, or did you adapt to what Melissa wanted you to do?
I adapted.
So again, thank you for showing us the steps. You lost your center, you obeyed Melissa and her parent ego state, the way it landed in your system. Then you came up the top.
Yeah, it was a suggestion, but I kind of thought, okay, I'll do that. So she didn't, yeah, but I didn't realize I said told to. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, this is how it lands. If the transaction doesn't hit our adult ego state, it'll hit our child ego state, and we'll think somebody's being parental with us, and I have to do what I'm told. Thank you. And then when you came up here, which is where I am not now,
Yeah.
what was your next step?
to find a place to sit with you and Katie and Sally.
Mm-hmm.
And I was already feeling a lot of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fear was escalating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one key thing is, could you show people what you were doing with your physical body?
I was kind of probably hunched up and quite closed and very guarded, looking quite guarded.
And wrapped in a duvet.
Yeah, wrapped in a duvet. Yeah.
Because every one of these steps, if we can bring a different intervention, there's a chance of someone like Marie being able to go back down the stairs to grounded, centered, and bubbled. Okay. Thank you. I'm appreciating your recall of these steps. And the next step, Marie.
There's going to be more than 10 steps.
Well, you can have 100 steps in your staircase if you want.
Yeah. And then I felt like I wasn't like I felt the I don't know, the group dynamic, I sensed into the group dynamic, like which was before, like I sensed it was relaxed, and now because I was there, I read into that I was causing some tension there.
Oh, if only you were that powerful.
Uh,
But I thought, well, I sensed that I changed the group dynamic, and
Well, this is the next step. I'm causing some tension here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next step that you remember.
And then I felt I was put on the spot with lots of coaching and
Wait, there's another step. I'm put on the spot.
yeah.
You write it down. What was one of the coaching, do you remember?
It was basically about centering myself because I'm always giving my center away. And how I need to bring out my Italian side or something versus my Japanese side. Like be angry. That came from you, Janet, where I stopped being kind of like stop being so Japanese and bring out more anger.
Yeah, I invited you to shift identity to the one
Yeah,
you just
shift identity. Yeah. Yeah.
ETB.
Mm.
And did you want to do that?
I wasn't ready for that. I felt a lot more pressure.
How did you create? This is so wonderful. This is transaction by transaction. Thank you, Lucas. Yes. How did you create the pressure inside you?
Because I was already in heightened fear, so I was putting pressure going, how am I gonna be someone else that I'm not? And how do I was putting pressure going, I can't do this, I can't do this. Like I can't do what you're telling me to do.
Okay, please write that down. I can't do what you're telling me to do. So the invitation to shift identity landed in you as I'm telling you to do something. You know, telling me to fuck off would have been fine. In Japanese, Italian, or English.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, I can't do that.
And you're really convinced by your story that you can't shift identity.
Yeah, I'm very convinced. Yes, I can't shift identity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you need anything at the moment, Marie, with being this transparent?
Uh,
The ceiling won't have the answer, but the eyes of your team who are here supporting you might.
I'm noticing my body is shaking right now, so and mm, ooh, yeah, so I don't know what to do in these kinds of situations when I'm just used to holding it all in and trying to get get through whatever needs to be done to and feel the fear anyway. So I guess I just don't know how to go within to really right now anyway, and right now here in real time. My coping mechanism is to say I don't know. Like it's probably some kind of numbing or disassociation. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the analysis. I'm interested in being inside so you can feel your fear.
Mm,
Your fear run through your nervous system. And if you look away, you're going to be relying on your survival system, not on your team.
mm.
Do you want to use your survival system or experiment with something different?
I want to experiment with something different. Yeah.
Will you choose
Marie.
one
Yeah.
woman or one man to have eye contact with right now? And you just let them know. Who is it? Who are you looking at?
Well, you're on the main screen, so I'm looking at you.
Okay. So your fear can go to 100%. You've got a whole team around you. And let your fear run through your nervous system.
Mm.
Describe what's happening now, please.
Mm. Uh, uh, I I'm glad there's a team with me.
So
Yeah.
shift your view from whatever it's on to the other one from gallery to speaker. So you can see everybody right now, Marie.
Mm.
Because this team is really with you.
Yes.
Oh,
Name 3 people you can see.
uh, I can I see Emily and mm, Melissa and Mia and yeah.
Thank you. And so that Marie comes back to use her neocortex. How many fingers have I got up?
7.
I had to check myself. Yes, so to get someone to be able to use their neocortex now, because the part of you, Marie, that can count is older than some other younger parts that are more unskilled and under-resourced. You okay to keep going, Marie?
Yes.
Then I said to you, Marie, I know you want to be in a bridge house, and yet you're going woofing. What happened at that point for you?
Then I started doubting my choices uh and thinking I did something wrong.
And was this communication that you did on the inside, or you shared it with us women?
I didn't share it with the circle. I just kept it to my reaction was like, oh, kind of like probably a stunned, kind of confused look, maybe.
Thank you,
But
Marie.
yeah.
So here's the internal dialogue that I'm going to be inviting you, each of you people here, to catch. That's how you'll keep escalating up to a different point on this staircase.
Mhm.
So I've done something wrong.
Mhm.
Mm. Thank you. And next, what was the next stimulus?
And then you guys started talking about coffee, and so we started splitting up in our own ways. And then I started to I don't know, I started to feel, well, everything's kept escalating really. So I tried to analyze what was going on, and I didn't know what to do, like, because I wanted to be in connection, but everyone started splitting up, and I didn't know how to stay in connection.
Thank you.
Mm.
And then there was again, you weren't able to ask what you wanted, couldn't rely on your team.
No. And
Then what happened for you when Melissa and Sally were completing an incomplete communication? And I said to you, just, will you sense what's already happening here? Do you remember that moment?
yeah,
What happened for you then when I said,
yeah,
sense what's happening here?
so I was going to ask for what I wanted, which was a listening space or feeling space. And I was trying to be proactive about it, to ask for help. But I was feeling so much fear. And then when I was about to ask that, and then, you said that suddenly all this shame came up because I I I saw that and was disturbing something that I shouldn't have.
Wow, all this internal dialogue, team. This is how we end up. I'm disturbing something that I shouldn't have done. And then you go to shame.
Yeah.
Ironically, Melissa, will you speak about the conversation you were having with Sally, the theme?
Yes. Yes. The theme of the conversation I was having with Sally was that I had noticed how she had come into a space without being sensitive to that space.
And so the parallel was that was what
It was
that's what we
happening.
were holding space for. And then you walked into that. So I was really interested in, wow, how to coach people to be attentive and sensitive to walking into already existing spaces. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
normally I'm sensitive to those spaces, but because I was so self-absorbed in my own thoughts, I didn't even notice what was happening.
you were feeling a lot of it sounds like you were feeling fear about asking for finally being able to ask for what you wanted.
Yeah.
And that meant that in that fear you weren't sensitive like you normally are.
Yeah.
You, Melissa. And then sounds like it kept I won't go into every single thing so it doesn't activate all your nervous system. But then there was many, many more incidents throughout the day.
Yeah.
You ended up packing your bags and leaving. And then it escalated to you needing the ambulance last Monday.
Yeah, because it wasn't just my experience on the land. It was because I had a big conflict with my sister, which led me to move out of her home. So I was already displaced.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I was in a community where Ines used to live, and I didn't know anyone there.
Wow, you had a lot going on.
Yeah.
Marie, so that you have a sense that you're not so naked, I'm going to ask a few people to give you a completion loop about the steps they heard, because it can feel like you're suddenly naked in front of us all. And so completion loops can have that sense of wrapping you back up. Would you like that?
Yes.
Will you let Marie know some of the steps that led to the escalation?
Marie, I heard that you heard from Melissa that you should go up the hill to where the other women were.
Will you give a clue? Yes.
Yeah, and I heard, Marie, that you heard from Janet that you should change identity.
Yes.
And you told that you had a bad night and that you woke up. You told Melissa about that, and you felt some fear about having mentioned that.
Yes.
In front of the other people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes.
I heard
I heard that when you got Marianne.
Okay, thank you, Peter. I heard that when you got to the top of the hill, that you thought walking into the space that you were causing some tension.
Thank you, Marianne.
I heard that you felt like you were changing the group dynamics when you were sitting down with them.
Yes.
I heard that at one point you were ready to ask for help, but something came in, fear came in.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yes.
I heard that you had trouble taking the possibility of shifting identity. You're telling yourself that you would be trying to be someone you're not.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I heard that you'd had had that interruption or altercation with your sister, and that you had moved out of the space that you were in with her.
Yes.
That's big.
I heard several times you mentioned that you thought you had done something wrong. You had been
Yes.
you felt like you had possibly been rude, talking about the snoring, and then with possibly again being like inconsiderate or rude with how you had been in the group of women on this in that space. That you'd done something wrong.
Yes.
Do you think your team has mirrored to you your internal process?
Yes.
Any comments from anyone so far? Anything you want to add or check out?
I just wanted to add that I am glad to know about the steps, because I climb them pretty darn fast sometimes. Not sometimes, regularly.
Yeah. And to not, like, if we only took the cameo of you waking up in the barn, that we could unpack that for a whole healing process, that one step. So the quicker, why I want to hold this space, the sooner you realize, okay, I'm going up my staircase. The easier the intervention to help you shift identity or to get the need met.
I have a question, Marie. When we were at the beach and I expressed celebration of you for choosing to come, and you shared that was something different that you had done. How did you experience that?
Oh, Melissa.
Like, I think still in myself, it wasn't good enough. Like because what was still all this other stuff was still sitting inside me. So it was hard to feel feel good about it all. Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to feel good about that, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
because of all of what was sitting in you still.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, one thing I got as well listening to you, Marie, was like every step that you took up this escalator, the ground you were standing on became more and more like shaky and breaking underfoot, and this self-doubt was really underpinning everything, this really ungroundedness.
Yes. This is all what I'm coming to recognize. This is all what I've been doing for since I was, I don't know, maybe a little girl, like 7, 8 years old. Something like this. Maybe even younger, 6. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, these sentences, I'm not good enough, I'm being rude right now, like these like mimetic, like a meme, that's where does that come from? You know, like why is that, how's that just like automatically coming up? So that I'm interested in like how they come up and then open a doorway into our swamp.
You're interested in it, or what can you see about why that's a doorway to the swamp, Yossi?
Well, I noticed when I have that meme, that those few words that come up, I'm not good enough, I feel scared. Also, like the feeling of fear comes in as that sentence comes up, and then that can start dragging me into the swamp. And I've noticed now the last 20 to 48 hours of like catching that, and sometimes it's not even the sentence, just the feeling of not being good enough, and then the emotion coming in on the back of that sentence.
So step one won't be the feeling. Step one is this is what you're telling. I'm telling myself I'm not good enough. Then what reaction does your physical body have?
Fear. Fear because I'm afraid of not being liked in the group and being outcast.
So step one only would be feeling the impact of you telling that story. I'm telling myself I'm not liked, or I'm telling myself I'm not good enough. Your physiology will react as if that story's true.
Yeah, 100%.
So what I'm hoping you're going to catch from this conversation is step one, stop. Get up and do some star jumps. To include the body, so say if I'm like this and I'm scared, if the only thing I can do is put my arms out and spread, it will change your physiology. So having interventions that you can do yourself or people around you could invite you to do. To play the piano with your toes on the ground will change your neural pathways. By the time you get to the ambulance and the emergency room, you can see that's at least 50 steps, if not more. So catching the first transaction, catch that first stimulus. If it's not complete, bring that. I've just done that with the, what's those, defibrillator. We've got to get an energetic defibrillator at step 1. Otherwise, at step 20, you need, I don't know what you need. I've lost the analogy, but you need it.
Emotional CPR.
Thank you, Irena. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. So your ability as someone around, someone heading that way to, hey, I have an offer. Would you like it? Well, Irena, what was the intervention I asked for you at the last BCB when you were going into your swamp? What did it take for you to shift neurologically?
I gave my gremlin the job to come up with something else than star jumps because I was getting sick of them. So I ran a circle around the building.
like you really had to run fast, like to
Yeah.
shift the hormones, to shift the cortisol, to
Mm.
shift the neural
And
pathways.
really activate my anger, like my anger.
Yes, yes. You really are, imagine the energy it takes to change train tracks at the station. It's the same neurologically.
Yeah.
Any comments?
Yeah, I was just getting into this first hook just earlier this afternoon, and then someone asked me to help lift a really heavy drawers, and I had so much resistance to doing it, but it's just like by the time I'd gone and lifted this heavy thing, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I was going into the swamp. Like,
Oh, Mia, lovely, lovely.
yeah, the body was so so fully attention went somewhere else by doing something different with my body.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's really my experience that it feels so like the last thing I want to do.
Yep.
And yet it is exactly the thing that I need to do.
Yeah.
My question is the noticing that in somebody else, where does rescuing them by seeing somebody in that step one and then saying to them, hey, I've got an offer, do you want it? Where does that fit with rescuing?
What's your wisdom about that, Hannah?
Took the words right out of my mouth, Sebastian.
Checking with myself where my question was coming from and using my connection to their being and to sense if there's wisdom in leaving it and or seeing someone who I'm on team with to see if I can be on their team at step 1 rather than step 20 and then be able to talk about it afterwards.
And the fact that you said I've got an offer, so you're not doing it without consent, is a clue.
Yep, thank you.
And the person may not.
Gremlin's not so polite.
What did you say?
Gremlin's not so polite and collaborative as to ask.
Right.
in that
Okay.
way.
Sebastian. Yes.
Thank you.
So will you be on each other's team to, hey, I think you're at step 1. Are you? Right.
Yes, I will be on your team.
If this is what I want for our land.
Yes.
We've got a new tradition now that possibility team every fortnight. People come from 5:30 for a shared meal. Possibility team, of which there were 23 of us last Friday. Stay over. You can have cry in your coffee initiation, and any of you that came to the Haven know how that goes. 10 o'clock working bee, and from 11 o'clock create what you need for the rest of the day. So, and I want this to be adult to adult.
Yes.
So it's going to take, hey, Lucas, have you just gone on to step 1? And you might say, go, Lucas.
No,
go.
I'm still stuck. I'm still too resistant to move. I don't.
Well, even if you say, yes, I'm not. I've left being center, ground, and bubble. I'm on step 1. That alone will help shift.
And the step one,
telling us
step
you're on
one.
step.
I want to clarify the step 1 is in this case, in like going up the staircase and realizing it, and therefore starting to shift something by, for example, moving the physical body, doing some star jumps or some sprints or whatever necessary.
Yes, even knowing, hey, I'm on step 1, pause. Like that's when the breaks need to come in.
Yeah, I had this experience with Leonard a few weeks ago when they were still here, Leonard and Gabriella, and they were starting in some low drama, and Leonard came out and he asked me for possibilities or to talk about it, and I said, "What is the last thing you would do right now for Gabriella?" He's just like, "Pick some flowers for her and give them to her," and he went and did it, and it shifted.
Oh,
Yay.
beautiful nonlinear
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Great. Love it.
Like break the pattern.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sebastian and Irena, you both sharing that in those moments, it will be something that I don't feel like doing. I don't want to run around the building and I don't want to pick flowers for somebody. And that brings me to the map of competence and remembering that, going from knowing I'm not very good at something, the conscious incompetence, moving from that space to conscious competence. The only thing that gets me there is practice. So there is, at some point, it's going to be necessary for me to do things that I don't want to do as I build the muscle to do something different.
Yes.
But that it will come and it will become more fluid eventually. It's just really excruciating using new muscles.
So Marie, give us some tips or no, have some do-overs. What are some of the things the minute you wake up? Well, actually, let's start in the middle of the night. When those people are snoring, what possibilities have you got of what you could have done?
When they were snoring,
Yeah.
I thought of so many different things I could do, but none of them seemed really good. Like
Hey,
going
go.
home.
Who
What are they?
cares if
Go,
they're
Marie.
good? Let's all go non-linear. You give us three and we'll give you three.
I already have one.
But yeah, I was thinking about going home, like just driving home in the
Okay,
middle of the
that's
night.
one. But I'm going to keep going. That's one.
And then I thought about taking on Melissa's joke about throwing a cone at them, like a pine cone at them.
Go to, keep going.
And then the third one was, well, I don't really have a third one. I was just thinking about waking everybody up.
Yes!
Yes!
That's I don't want a fucking feeling space about your snoring, Peter. I don't even know if Peter was one of... Will you hold a less feeling space for me? Were you one of the snorers, Peter?
Me?
No, it was Mariah and
Mariah and... Oh, okay. All right.
I don't think I was here.
no.
Were you not here for the possibility team last
No, I wasn't.
Okay, we won't
But
blame
if I
you.
was that loud for you to hear me from Auckland, then I think I should doctor.
Well, if I come on Friday, I will bring my mouth tape and I will tape the mouth of everyone who's snoring so that it stops.
There's a great possibility.
Any other non-linear possibilities for that first step? Because that's where it started.
You could put yourself some earplugs in your ears, or else if you don't have any, go to the toilet and put some toilet paper and crunch it up and put it in your ears and just eliminate the noise.
And I
could
have
curl up on the sofa outside.
Thank you, Susan.
I've done that.
And James is a skilled snorer. So I have music playing in my ears and my headphones to drown out the sound.
Oh, and I'm noticing that there's even a step before the snore is disturbing you, Marie. And the step before that was a possibility is that even when you knew you were going to sleep in a space with other people, to check in with yourself and see, is this what I want to do?
Oh, Melissa.
And is there another space for me to settle into for the night?
Yeah, I just thought I was going to be on my own, and then when I saw another bed
But
laying
wait.
down there.
Wait.
Anyway, yes.
No, wait. There's the first expectation and assumption.
Yeah.
So to catch that. So
Yep.
step 1 was actually step 10 already,
Yeah.
wasn't it? My assumption is I'm going to be sleeping on my own. Okay. So the other thing is going down to the estuary for a cold swim. I mean it. If I hadn't had much, when I used to not sleep so much, instead of going down my rabbit hole, oh, I haven't had much sleep and I'm never going to manage and all that, I would shock my nervous system and shift spaces.
Yeah, right.
I know it's possible to manage on a few hours sleep consistently. I don't recommend it or wish it on you. So you can see if we can catch the first step, the self-talk, the first expectation, oh, I'm going to be sleeping on my own. Yeah.
I would like to speak. I have been in situations like that and been stuck because I have a story that it's not okay for me to say what I need. So then I've needed, for example, to be in a quiet space, and I've ended up not in one, but I've suffered through it because I can't speak. I can't say what I need. I feel like it's not okay. I have these values of being whatever communal, and I want to be easygoing or whatever. And so it's
Not a
hard for me
value.
to
That's
see
a
other
bullshit
people.
story.
It's a good one, yeah.
So here
yeah.
when we tolerate something, yeah, not asking for what you need.
Yeah.
And especially if you come to the land on a possibility team, it's a 24-hour lab.
Yeah.
So practice waking someone up.
Yeah.
Peter, if you're sleeping in the barn tonight and you're snoring, hey, Peter, you're snoring. Will you hold a listening space for me? Because I'm fucked off. Right? This is the juice of a village.
Yes.
How would that be for you, Peter?
Cross that bridge soon.
I'm glad I'm not in the barn.
I'm in the barn tonight because my cabin's in pieces.
You can ask what you want. Great, good.
I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
I have been woken up by an angry snorer once, and it was he didn't say more other than, you know, you're snoring and it's fucking annoying, and yet it was a fascinating, like really jolting experience, but also I created a curiosity of like, okay, what is going on in this space, and what is going on with him and my snoring. And so I'm feeling glad about this coming in here. It might create something.
Yeah.
We are at the 60-minute mark. I'm very alive and offering to go for another 30 minutes. Will you put your fingers up to indicate how interested you are to now go into break out groups and discover your own steps? So if you're 10 out of 10 interested, will you put that many fingers up? 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, if you're not, we'll say goodbye to you. And ciao.
I'm going. I don't have more time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'm going to go too. Thank you, Marie.
Elena.
Thank you,
Thank
Janet.
you.
Thank you, team.
Sebastian,
Okay.
will you be
I'm
coach
going to, thank
me
you.
how to? Will you coach me how to make you co-host? And will you put people into breakout rooms?
Yes, I think if you go into participants,
Yes.
I don't know how to do this, but I think you go into participants and then maybe hit more, and you can grant
More.
someone
Wait, one
co-host
step at a time. More. Yes.
over the person. So Sebastian and Mira Ruby.
So if I hover
Is there
over
an
there,
option? And click more.
mute and more. Stop video. Make host.
Mhm.
There you go. Phew. I have technological assistance. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave me out. 7, 8, 9, 10. will you put people into pairs? If you and Mia stay as one, and I can be with someone, and I invite you to find a recent example where you escalated and have a listening space to discover what the previous steps were, so you find what your step 1 was. Is that clear enough?
How many minutes each do we get?
Well, let me check if it's clear first.
Oh.
Can I have a completion loop for what I'm inviting you to do?
One of us will share maybe a recent something we got hooked into, and the other one will listen and maybe help us identify the steps as we're sharing it.
Yes. Yes. Somebody propose how much time you think you need for that as a beginning research.
3 minutes.
3.
3? Who needs more than 3?
Probably 5 or 8 minutes.
5? Let's do 5, and we'll come back to 5 each and swap. I think if you leave me out, Sebastian, you're all in pairs then. Okay, and I'll see you in 10 minutes time for any discussion. Okay, see you on the other side. Thank you so much, Sebastian.
Sebastian, will you tell me what I need, if I need to do anything for the breakout group? I missed that logistic.
No, and you are staying, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody here is staying, and I think there's 11 of us for. And now, if I stay out, you've got 5 pairs.
Okay, I've never done this before. This should work.
Let's see. It's
I've sent
all
you
a
an
big
invitation.
experiment. Is the 4 of us left here or no? Ellen and Sebastian together, is it?
No, Ellen is going to a room. So I
I
haven't
don't
assigned
know.
myself or you, Janet, to a room.
Well,
And
Sebastian, if you and Ellen go together.
well,
Has Maria left?
Mia's also here.
Okay. So put me with Ellen, please.
But Ellen is already in a room.
Oh,
Have you?
why is she here?
I don't know how to get to the room, Sebastian. I'm on my phone and I don't have the. Not quite sure how to.
Okay, so if Ellen, who is Ellen with, Sebastian?
Elizabeth.
I don't have any.
Okay, what I'll do is move. So yeah, if you're going to stay in here, Ellen, what I'll do is I'll move Susan to room 1 or so. One, two, one, two, one, two. Okay, and then it will be the 4 of us here.
Let's do that. Okay. Ellen, do you have a recent experience where you got hooked?
I got hooked. I got hooked by something that Bruce said that he wanted to do and he didn't do. Just dishes, and said I will do the dishes, and they didn't get done, and and in the end I did them, and I was angry, and I told him.
I'm gonna say, did the dishes get washed in resentment?
They got washed in resentment, but I was very satisfied with the end result because I had the kitchen clean like I wanted it.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
I wanted to. Well, he likes. This is so bizarre, but anyway, he loves to rinse his dishes with cold water, and we had some dinner with fatty stuff and puts the cutlery in the sink. I said, I'm not going to do the dishes. Will you do the dishes tonight? Because we had already the conversation that when you do that, I'm not prepared to do the dishes. And he said yes, grudgingly. And I said, okay. And it didn't happen, and didn't happen, and didn't happen. And in the end,
Well, hang on. Was step one, will you do the dishes? Or was step one seeing the cutlery or seeing the things in cold water?
it was seeing the cutlery and everything in cold water getting fatty and even more yucky. And I hate that.
I hate that too, Ellen. I'm right with you.
So I put up the boundaries and said, if you do that, then you are on dishes, kind of thing. We have had the conversation. If I do the dishes, I want you to just leave them there as take your fingers off, go away. Let me do the dishes and the tidying up. And he didn't, and I was probably unconscious or whatever, but I got really hooked that he didn't respect my boundary. Did it and then didn't do the dishes, and it was
So
just.
will you map out the steps? Step one was,
The first thing was I saw that he put the cutlery, like a lot of times, put the cutlery in the sink and rinsed his plate with cold water, and the fatty stuff goes all over in the sink, and put it there. And then I said,
so at that point, what were you feeling?
I felt annoyed. I felt angry because angry and fearful because I needed to put up my boundary or make the decision, have the confrontation or the conversation or not. And I said to him, okay, we have had the conversation before and you did what I asked you not to do. So now the consequence is for me that you do the dishes.
Okay. So when there's consequences, which ego state is it?
Parent ego state, I know. It was not very elegant.
This is for the purpose of discovering our steps.
Yeah, it was the parent ego state telling him, okay, if you don't do as you're told, then this has a consequence.
Yes, and I've told you many times, Bruce.
And we had the conversation. I told you once, and I'm not prepared to have this conversation over and over again. It's just, okay, I'll take it as you are going to do the dishes.
Okay, so I know it's a seeming little example, however, it's a really useful one.
It's a little nit, but it kills intimacy in that moment. It kills the connection.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I felt sad because it did kill the possibility for connection and yeah, intimacy in that evening somehow. And especially because the dishes didn't get done and yeah, it was just.
And then you did them.
Yeah.
So the first hook was you saw the greasy, the cold water. How could you have, what's your do-over possibility at that first step?
Asking and checking in if this is his intention to do the dishes.
I don't think so.
Okay.
One power, the adult power that Nicholas puts in the space, apart from the other three, observation. Remember?
Right, yeah.
Love it. I love it that he adds observation, ask, declare, and I've forgotten the other one. So so to give the observation, I notice you've put cold water in the cutlery, and that doesn't work for me. So I'm going to read a book. So bringing your power of observation at that point might have stopped you going up the escalator.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it sounds like you had an expectation how quickly the dishes should be done.
Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah.
And then you
I
were
did.
so fucked off, you were going to do them properly anyway.
Do it my way. My way is the highway.
And the best way. I mean, who does? Come on, Bruce. Who does wash fatty dishes in cold water? I mean, I'm having a play with you, Ellen. All right, thank you. So see if you catch that first step, you wouldn't go up the escalator.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Will you send a message to make sure people have swapped over, Sebastian?
Yes.
I've left them longer than 5 minutes, but that's okay. Thank you. And then Mia and Sebastian, who wants to have the next 5 minutes with an example?
Yep, I will.
Go, Mia.
Oh, yeah.
So there was something this morning where I realized I was doing the dishes
Oh
when I
no.
didn't.
It's a hot topic, eh?
It used to be the toothpaste cap.
Gremlins love the dishes.
Keep
So
going.
I was doing the dishes and I sort of was like, hang on, I don't really want to be doing all these dishes, but I should be doing all the dishes.
Okay. Why? You should be doing the dishes because?
Because it's how I'm helping everyone out. It's a nice thing to do.
Oh, God. Yeah. So step one was you even expecting yourself to do them. I should be doing them.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if there was something before it. Because I was already, because before that we had breakfast in the house, uh, which I I thought we were gonna go to the market. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so expected was having a call with Elena, and then I expected I was gonna get off the call and we were gonna go to the market. And then I got off the call, and Sebastian, you were having breakfast with everyone in the house, and there was sort of some food, but not a lot left. And I think that was actually when it started. I had expected to get
Oh,
off the
hang on.
call
Expected. Yeah, go.
and go to the market. And then when that didn't happen, I started to get some resentment. First, it was resentment, oh, there's not quite enough food as much as I want here. And then it was, oh, now I'm going to do the dishes even though I don't really want to. But I've gotten food from the house, so I should do the dishes to help out. So yeah,
Wow.
all from
Look
this,
how quick it escalates.
yeah.
So with hindsight, what was the intervention that would have prevented you going on to step one?
Hmm. Well, I wasn't conscious of my expectation. So
Okay.
I, yeah, I think it would be for me. And probably the reason I wasn't is because we didn't have a clarity. We didn't have a clear communication, Sebastian and I.
Had you
And
had a logistics conversation for the day?
no,
Well, we had an
it was
intention.
sort of, yeah, but it kept changing.
hmm
So yeah, there wasn't a clear thread of communication.
So would a logistics conversation have prevented you going on to step one of it being an expectation you go to the market, but actually a collaborative decision?
Yeah, and to actually ask when I came off of the call and Sebastian, you were having breakfast with everyone to ask, hey, do you still want to go to the market now, or have you changed your mind?
It would
No.
start with I want.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I want to go to the market. Are you ready? Are you ready to come with me now?
Go.
Yeah. Mm.
That
Yeah, I
would
didn't even, because another part there is I didn't know that you wanted to go to the market
Mm-hmm.
at a specific time. I didn't have a clarity on the want.
Mm.
That was my question to Mia. Where did you lose, or where did you this wish to go to the market? Where did it go lost for you in the present?
Well, it's more what's the intervention that stops you getting on the first step, which would be a really clear logistics conversation for the day and you declaring what you want. People are heading back now. Wonderful. Oh, who's the chat? Thank you, team, for researching that. All right, will you invite everyone back, please, Sebastian?
Yes, I've closed all the rooms now. They've got 45 seconds to come back.
Thank you. Any discoveries or looking for possibilities of how not to get on step one?
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot the expectations seem to be a really big part of it, and not being conscious of the expectations. So it's somehow, yeah. I mean, I have a story that there's always going to be unconscious expectations in my space, and if I'm going after them, then I can start to unravel the foundation of what then leads to these really small hooks.
So your story is there's always going to be an unconscious expectation in the space.
Yeah, I have the sense it's so thick. There's so many little things that almost like expectations. Yeah, I have a belief that expectations are a part of my identity. Like they're necessary for me to be able to function, is to have expectations on some level that things will go a certain way.
Oh, please, will you write
You
that?
expecting things from people or people expecting things from you?
Both. It's expecting things from people, expecting things from myself, and also expecting things to go a certain way.
Wow.
Sounds like a doorway, Sebastian.
Mm,
Will you take it?
yes.
What a pressure. Others, any discoveries what your step one was and your do-over possibility to not get onto step one?
Yeah, my do over is in a situation where I lost my wallet the other day. I went into sort of mental agitation mode and disregarded the feeling in my body. I didn't feel my agitation. I explained to the person I was with, it was like I pushed my agitation out of the way and like, can't you see I've lost my wallet? I need to. So step one for me would be to be aware, value the bodily sensation that's going on and use it as information on step one as my friend is helping me.
Yeah, that your fear's helping you.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
more.
Yes, and then so when I say when I did tell somebody about my wallet, I told them like it wasn't with feeling. I wasn't telling them I'm afraid how I'm feeling about it. And so they didn't engage with me. I was like, I was agitated. It was just fruitless kind of conversation. Yeah, but so so I tell myself, well, they're busy. It's tea time. They're making tea. Don't make. I like look after yourself and spin more agitation.
And
where
climbed up more and more of another step of your ladder.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So catching my the feeling in my body at step one, and using it. And if it means going to somebody and saying I'm feeling angry or afraid about this, that would be the best way to go, rather than approaching them in a sort of as though I've got it all in control when I really haven't.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So stop pretending you've got it all in control. And agitation's the third passive behavior of the 4 passive behaviors.
Could you say that again, Janet?
Agitation is the 4th passive behavior. Do nothing is the first.
Mm-hmm.
Over-adapt is the second. Agitation is the 3rd passive behavior. Then the 4th is incapacitation or violence. So sadly, Marie ended up at the 4th passive behavior.
So passive
Which is
behaviors, meaning
meditative.
they are things that are running in us by default, and not like if we don't take conscious steps to go a different direction,
Passive
these ones
way
will
of
be
solving
driver behaviors that
Yes.
Yeah.
And of solving a problem. It's a passive way of solving a problem, which actually doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah.
For me, they correspond with what I do when I numb. Those are the steps when I numb my anger. I
Yeah.
do nothing, over-adapt, and then I get agitated, and then I'm incapacitated.
Thank you, Mia. Yeah.
So in my instance, when I over squirted Melissa with the hose, and her response put me onto my first step, which was, oh fuck, I've done something wrong and she's going to be angry with me and I'm going to lose connection with her.
There's 3 steps.
Yeah. Is the do nothing and over adapt have totally been my go-tos, and in that instance, when I did nothing, I felt something, but I didn't do anything, and I didn't, and I kind of adapted and kind of felt the energy shift and kind of carried on, but kept out of the way. So at that point, what's a possibility that I could have done? Because then I went on, my next step is, it's okay, it'll work itself out. And that's her stuff. And that's information for her.
I love that we get all the background dialogue coming forward. For me, the one I invite you to do at the BCB is, now that that's happened, what would you like to happen right now? To Melissa, you're squirted, and is there anything you'd like right now?
In this, right now.
Well, no, when we were making it the compost and her glasses are all covered in. Melissa, I have squirted you. Observation.
Yes.
Anything you need right now?
Yes. Yes, okay. Nice. Okay.
Interrupt that first. Catch that first step.
So it's actually catching my first step and her first step too.
Well, I caught that one. I jumped in before the boxing gloves started because she was going to go down some rabbit hole. This isn't the space for that. And
yes, that's right. You bring it up. This isn't an ETB space. We're making compost. So this is not an EHP space. We're making compost. Unless you want to put your compost in the pile, you said, or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a fantastic way of anybody complaining or inviting you with the first hook. Yes, that happened. And what would you like to happen right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, with 5 minutes, team, what I'd appreciate is knowing how this space has served you, and especially some appreciation to Marie for being so willing to research this as a village so that we have new tools the next time someone comes here or you're in your own space and heads towards visiting Shrek.
I really appreciate, Marie, your transparency of sharing not just the events that happened, but really like each step, what happened in you and what your thoughts were and what your experience was, so that I could get the full picture of how that went for you.
I really experienced, Marie, your resilience to have gone through what you went through, ending up in a hospital scenario, and then coming back and presenting yourself on the Telegram group in an adult way. And here we are having the adult benefits of what you've done. So thank you very much. I mean,
yeah,
Really.
let that go in all your cells, Marie.
Really, Marie.
Yes, every cell.
Go, Marie.
And
'Cause
I really celebrate, Marie, you being willing, like Elizabeth said, to come into the space so that I get to learn things.
Yeah.
And any
Yeah,
practice
what
now.
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And any practice or insight about the topic for you personally now that you're taking away?
Yeah.
What
Doing
is-
something different at step 1. Recognizing there's this deer and looking for that, knowing this tool, being able to go, okay, I'm on step 1.
Yeah.
For me, really, the last list of like these passive behaviors is really valuable, and also how I can see how quickly I actually go and like starting an interaction with someone, and like half a minute later, I could be incapacitated. It could go so fast, and just to have a thing of, okay, there's things at work that lead me there, and so now I feel like I have a different reference point other than to keep on in the stew of what is wrong with me that this happens. So I'm really glad about that.
I feel glad about asking the question of myself, what is the last thing you would do in this situation?
Oh, go, Elizabeth.
Quite challenging. That will be challenging. So I'll be observing the way I squirm when I ask myself that question. And yeah. So
thank you.
That was a good question. Thank you. How it came up. What's the last thing you would do in this situation? And do it.
And Nicholas
Courage.
Duval from down in Motueka added the 4th adult power. He put observation as number 0 before asking and declaring. Pardon?
Asking, choosing, and declaring, and
yeah,
then
he put 0 as for observation. And I want to practice now as a village. Ask my observation, are you on step 1? So that's not me rescuing. Are you on step 1? And if the person says yes, do you need anything? So that it's like I'm on your team to not go to step 2. I'm on your team to do step 1.
Yep.
That's what I'm taking away.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this opportunity to shine a light on there and how powerful it is to have these adult tools, the adult powers, and how easy it is to forget about them.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, tomorrow Yossi and I are going to have a recorded space about rejection and how gremlins like to go to rejection to take us to the swamp. So we'll post that once we've had that conversation at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Thank
In
you.
case you can't
And
tell them, good time doing these.
Is this a call that you will have just between the two of you, or is this open
That's
to
not what
anyone?
what do you want, Lucas?
I really want to check that. I want to check out whether there's an openness to joining.
That's nearly asking for what you want.
I want to join.
I want to join.
Lucas?
I'm not there, so I don't. I'm practicing to stay with like what's authentic to me, not pushing myself into saying that is what I want yet. Like,
but you want to know if it's a possibility to be there. That's what your coded message was.
yes.
Go.
Okay, I want to know if it is a possibility that I could join the call.
You want to know, so ask the question.
Is it a possibility that I join the call? Is there resistance to me joining the call? Great. It's worked. Thank you.
Same link, 1 o'clock tomorrow. All right, team. Thank you for researching.
Thank you,
Thank
team.
you.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Marie.
Bye, all.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, team.
Have a delightful dinner.
Thank you.
Are you the host?